Everybody, it's time to draw some race cars. Are you ready? Because it's Friday. You hear that? That's some thunder. We got a storm rolling in here near Charlotte. Where are you watching from? Like I said, I'm in Charlotte near the race shop. I'm going to share this with some friends while you get your drawing materials let me say that again. While you get your drawing materials together. It's getting dark outside here. Hopefully we don't have any trouble with connections with the storm, but I think we'll be okay. We're indoors. We're all right. You get your stuff together. I'm going to share this post with some friends, and we're going to start drawing here really soon. By the way, thank you for all the great drawings you sent in over this week. We drew some really cool things, didn't we? That's right. We drew Carl Edwards doing a backflip. We drew a lion for Bristol. All sorts of things this week, and I'm really excited about that. All right, like you, I hope you're going to share some of this post with your friends so we can get a lot of people drawing out there. Let me see here. Here's my first share. I'm going to do it on Facebook. Just telling my friends to tune in. Please watch us drawing today. All right. Are you ready to draw? I am. All right, one more post I'm going to make here and then we'll get going. If you're just joining us, I'm Boris. I work for Joe Gibbs Racing, of course. And, we can't go in the office right now. We're only racing. I can't go to the track. Fans can't go to the track. So we're still staying home, staying safe here. And guess what? We're going to draw. We're going to make the most of our time together. And we're going to draw some race cars. One more share I'm going to make here. Just really looking forward to seeing everybody out there drawing with us today. All right, you ready? Let's get to drawing. I'm watching your comments. Thank you for all those great comments. Let's get started with a clean sheet of screen or paper, whatever you're drawing with, of course, is what's going to work. I'm ready to draw here. We're drawing a dog today. How many people out there like dogs? How many people out there have dogs? Can you tell me? We're just going to draw part of the race car today, so we're not going to do a full line, but I'm going to draw a line at the bottom of the screen like this. You can go ahead and do that with me. This is going to turn into the shadow of the car, so it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm being kind of sketchy here, kind of loosey-goosey. And we'll draw the dog Oscar right about here. So leave a space right there. I'm going to erase that. You don't have to draw that shape. I'm just showing you how I'm going to lay it out. If you don't have a pencil with an eraser, you might not want to draw that, okay? So just showing you what's going on. We're just drawing a line there, and we're leaving a space over on the left side for Mr. Oscar the dog, okay? Now, if you've never seen Oscar, let me show you a picture because he is a cute dog, let me say. Look at that Oscar right in front of the DEWALT hauler. What do you think about that? There he is, looking good, looking fly. There he is on Fox, the NASCAR Championship. Chase for the Pup, remember that? He was even on TV. So, listen, Oscar knows what he's doing. Oscar's a cute dog. All right, so we're going to put Oscar over there. I'm going to erase that mark because we don't need it. I'm just showing you where I'm going to put him because I know in my head where I'm going to put him, but I know you can't get inside my head, so I'm just going to draw a little space there so you know where he's going to go. So let's draw Oscar first, okay? Because we want to draw him sitting in front of the DEWALT race car. So I'm going to pull up a picture of Oscar here just so I can see what he looks like, and I'm going to teach you how to draw him, okay? First thing I want you to do is draw a line up like this. Oop, gotta get my eraser put away. Draw a line going up kind of like this. Okay? This is our Oscar the dog line. All right, you see that okay? Oh yeah. Move this over here so you can see it even better. And then we're going to draw his back. So it's going to be back here, and it's kind of a curve, and it goes like this. Okay, we're drawing his body first. And then you can do a light line that connects the two. Now this is fur, right? Oscar has fur and hair, so just do light strokes. We're going to have to draw and color over them, so just do light strokes. We've kind of made the letter D backwards a little bit. Maybe it's a lowercase b shape without a stick going up, you know what I mean? We're just drawing the body. And then you can connect the bottom up down here just really lightly because we're going to have to draw over this with some legs and a tail and whatnot. But he's sitting down, and that's the body right there. See how I did that lightly? Yeah, that's what you want to do. All right, let's work on where his head's going to go. It's going to curve back a little bit. like this. We're just drawing the bounding box. Remember, for the race cars, we have a bounding box. Well, for the dog, we need a bounding box too. So draw a shape about like that. Okay? Does that make sense? And you can see the whole shape there. This is going to turn into Oscar the dog. That's Erik's dog. I don't remember how many years he's had him. It's been a few. Maybe 2 or 3. Probably 3. If Erik comes on here, maybe he can tell us. But Oscar the dog is one of my favorite parts about going to the track, is seeing Oscar. Erik's good too, of course. But, you know, Oscar's really a big show stealer. All right, so the ears, they're kind of like triangles. Not perfect triangles, but kind of like it. So they're going to do something like this. Let me show you. They're going to go up. Oscar has big ears. I'm not making fun of him. I'm just telling you, they're large ears, and they stick up like this. Okay, so like a traffic cone. You ever seen those orange traffic cones and they look like this? They're not really a perfect triangle. They're kind of rounded on the top, and they have kind of a bottom like that. Yeah, that's what we're drawing. So work with me on that. And let's do the other ear. Now you can make it bent a little bit because he's a dog. Sometimes they turn their ears like this. And sometimes it's not a perfect traffic cone shape. Sometimes it's a little curved like that. You see that? There you go. There's Oscar. Coming together, looking good. Oh yeah. Can you see how this looks like a dog now? We're going to have to add a tail and some legs and things like that, but it's coming together. All right, down here, let's work in some legs here. I'm going to add this line like this. We're going to go up like that. Okay? Now it helps if you find a picture of a dog. Today we're drawing together, but in the future, if you want to draw your own dog or your friend's dog as a present, or if you want to, I don't know, just practice drawing any dog, it's really good to find a picture of the dog. And remember, find the shapes inside the dog. Like the head, it's kind of a rectangular shape, looks kind of like a fingernail shape, right? The body is kind of like the sail on a sailboat, or kind of like the letter D turned around backwards. So if you find those shapes, it'll really help you out. All right, we've got a space for our front legs now, right here. We need just one back leg is all we can see, and it kind of looks like a chicken leg. And so we're going to draw an oval, like an ovular shape right there. See that? It's not really a circle. Draw them dashed. You know, dashed line means like this. You lift up your pen or pencil or your marker every so often. Draw those dashed lines. And that'll make it look like fur. And then we'll put the back leg in there like this. We'll put our back leg in there like that. And we'll close it off. And just like that, we have a back leg. You see how that came together? An oval shape. And then the back leg. All right. While we're down there, let's put the tail in there. What do you say? So all you have to do is just, really you can draw the tail however you want, but I like to do little jagged lines like this. Oscar has a bit of a bushy tail. Nothing too crazy, but it's a big size tail there. All right. See how that's coming together? The dog isn't going to have a lot of straight, solid lines. It's going to have a lot of jagged lines because of all the fur. In fact, I can add in some more fur back here on his back. Just make lines like that, see? Make it come together. And Oscar has a dark coat, dark brown and black, so we're going to have to put in a lot of dark colors in there. All right. Let's work in those front legs too. The front legs are a lot skinnier than the back legs, so what we're going to do is we're going to draw another line here on this side and make it go straight up like this. See that? Can you see that line I did there? Remember, you can make it kind of furry and sketchy. It doesn't have to be perfect. The more sketchy, the more hairy and fluffy the dog is. Right? All right. Then the paws are going to kind of be like this, kind of like the McDonald's logo, but we're going to put 4 of them on there, kind of like the M&M's logo too, just little M's in there to make the paws. All right. Do 4 of those on each foot. Give him some paws. And then don't forget his other arm here, his other leg. Not really an arm, is it? Just bring that up like this and stop about right there, because we have to draw his chest next. All right, we've drawn a lion this week. Isn't that crazy? What did we draw yesterday? Oh yeah, Carl Edwards doing a backflip. He's kind of an animal too. He's crazy. He's jumping around off the cars. So we got some funny drawings that we're drawing this week. Next, let's bring his chest like this. Just bring it straight up. See how we started from that leg and we went up, kind of curved it. And you can even make it pop out a little more than I did over there, because Oscar has a kind of a mane for a chest. It's a lot of hair down there. All right. Look at that. That's a good looking dog already, isn't it? We don't have even have the face done. All right, let's work on this face. This is the part we got to get right. So Oscar has a long snout. Let's take another look at that picture. Look at that long snout he's got there. There's Oscar. Look at him. See this snout? See how his eyes are up here, but the snout goes all the way down like that. Well, let's try to mimic that or recreate that in our drawing. And we're going to do the letter U, just like we were drawing, you know, a wheel well. Except we're going to do the letter U like this, and it's going to be a little more square at the bottom. See, this is a normal letter U, but we're going to do it a little bit like this. We're going to give it a little bit more square of a bottom. Does that make sense? Okay, so we're going to put that right in the middle of the head there. It's going to be right about here is going to be the bottom. Okay? So here's what we're doing. We're just doing the U. Like that. There we go. Looking pretty good. I like it already. See how it's... See that? Kind of like the letter U. You can even give him a little chin down here. If you want to make his tongue hanging out, I think I'm going to make his tongue hanging out because Oscar has a lot of personality. So we're going to have his tongue hanging out. Let's see what's happening here. Like this, maybe. Well, why did my pencil stop working there? And I'm going to fix my pencil here. You keep going. Get that U worked out. We're also going to have to put the eyes in there. Oh yeah, this is coming together. His nose, his eyes, fill in the ears a little bit, and then he'll be almost done with the outline of Oscar. And in fact, just like a race car, when you finish the outline, you can turn him into any color dog that you want to turn him into, okay? I don't know what happened to my pencil here. Oh, there we go. I got it back. Okay. Whew. All right. Crazy pencil. All right. Now let's put the nose in there. The nose is going to be kind of an oval. It's going to go like that. See that? And then we'll add two little nostril lines in there like this. There you go. He's looking pretty good, I think. Pretty good. Oh, I forgot to put my tongue in there. Let's have the tongue hanging out there to the side. I haven't seen Oscar do this too much, but I think he's just in a silly mood today. He's happy it's Friday. He's happy that we're back to racing. We're going to Bristol this weekend, one of his dad's favorite tracks. Led a lot of laps there last year. Almost won the race. I think he might be able to win it, Mr. Erik Jones. And if he does, you better look for Oscar in Victory Lane. All right, I'm adding some fur on the side. Add a little bottom chin there. Now let's get those eyes in there. Okay, here's how I'm going to draw the eyes. I'm going to draw them big over here for you. It's kind of like an almond, okay? Have you ever seen an almond? Or maybe it's a little bit like a football. But it goes up like that. Draw a little mountain like that. See it? And then you draw kind of a smiley face shape at the bottom like this. And that's how we're going to draw his eye. Okay? So kind of a mountain or a hill at the top, and then a smiley face shape at the bottom. Does that make sense? All right, so I'm just going to take that eye I drew and I'm going to put it over here on Oscar's face. Resize it a little bit. There we go. This is looking good. All right, of course, Oscar has two eyes, so we have to draw a second eye over here. Like that. All right, looking pretty darn good. How's yours looking? You tell me out there how yours is looking and make sure you send him in. I'm going to move his mouth a little bit down there. Give him some room for his eyes. There we go. All right. How's that looking overall? Oh yeah, looking pretty darn good. I still think I need to fix his mouth a little bit here for me. You ever have the need to fix some of your drawings? There's no big deal if you have to fix them. Sometimes they just take a little more work. There we go. Alright, I think that looks better. Alright, Oscar's coming together. Now I'm going to add some, they're not really his cheeks, they're just the sides of his fur over here, but I'm going to add some in there. Give him some more fur coming out here. Like that. Maybe add a little more fur over here. You know, I don't know all the parts of the dog, but I'm just calling them like I see them. Fur zones, that's what we'll call them, the fur zones. Alright, Oscar, looking good, buddy. I might bring his ear down just a little bit here, give him a little bigger, wider of an ear. There we go. How's yours looking? Of course, there's all different kinds of dogs, different shapes and colors, just like people, so every dog is a different challenge to try to draw. I believe Oscar is a German Shepherd. I might be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what he is. I remember when Erik first got Oscar and started bringing him around, and he was the cutest little puppy. He's still pretty cute, but, you know, puppies, it's hard to beat a puppy. Whew, just saw some lightning over here. Oh man, better get drawing fast here in case the power goes off. Alright, if the power goes off, I'm alright, but you have to just finish your drawing on your own. What we're going to draw next is the race car, so if we have any trouble here, you know how to draw a race car, and if I get cut off, then you can go to YouTube and check out some of the drawings we already did. Okay, in the eyes, we have to add the pupils in there. You remember a pupil, it's just a circle like that. Look at that. Look how much that looks like a dog now. Really came together nicely, didn't it? And I'm going to put a little white dot in his eye there. Whoa, that's a big white dot. Let's do a little smaller. Look at that. What a good looking dog, huh? Looking so good. Alright, let's take another look at Oscar just to make sure we're representing him well. Look at that. I think it looks pretty close, don't you? So back over here, we're going to draw the number 20 car, okay? Now Oscar's standing in front of it. So we're only going to be able to see part of the car. And I'm going to have you draw another line about right here on Oscar. This is going to be the door. We're only going to be able to see part of the number 20 car. But let's see, I'm going to draw the wheel right here, which is just an upside down letter U. See that? That's where the wheel well is going to go. And this will be the back of the car. See how we can only see part of it? And then he's standing in front of the front wheel. And so we'll just finish off the hood of the car about right there. Okay? Now you can draw any car you want, any dog you want, any colored dog, any colored car. But I'm drawing the beautiful yellow DEWALT tough Camry race car with Oscar sitting in front of it. Oscar has a black and a tan coat, and it'll go really well with that car, I promise. Alright, draw your circle in there. Remember, you can just draw a rough circle. It doesn't have to be perfect, because the car is in the background. The real focus of this picture is Oscar, so we're not worried too much about the detail of the race car. I'm not, at least. If you want to really focus on the race car, you go right ahead and do that. Make it the best you can. Alright, I'm going to read some comments here. I got to see how y'all are doing, because I want to see what's going on out there, if your drawings are turning out well. Yeah, a lot of people watching. I appreciate it. We're having fun. Thank you for all the retweets. Thank you for all the fun messages and for all the pictures you send in. Let me see if there's any more comments out there while you're finishing up your part of the drawing. All right. Oh yeah, Daniel's out there. Jack's out there. Jack says the nose looks like the tricky triangle. That's right, like Pocono. Lucy's catching up. Don't worry, Lucy. You can always catch the replay. M&M's paws. Someone's asking where my kitty is. Kitty cat is taking a nap. This might be the first thunderstorm that kitty cat has experienced, so he might be a little nervous. All right, let's add the roof up here on the car. Remember to draw a line like that, then connect it over. and then start drawing a line coming down, but we can only see part of the car, so we're not going to be able to see all of it. There you go. Looking good, looking good. All right. Here's the nose of the car. All right, you remember how to draw the windows? That same line you drew for the roof, just draw the same line again, but just a little bit further down like this. See, same kind of line. Just a little bit further down for our Camry. And then you cut the window in half. Gives it a front window and a side rear window like this. And that post is called the B post, which you probably know that by now if you've been watching. Anybody out there watching for the first time? Put something in the comments. Let me know. All right. Looking good, looking good. Now who remembers how to draw the door number? That's right, you just do a box like this, and then you divide it in half. Like so. Divide it in half, that's going to give us a 2 and a 0. Now the 2 has 2 dots, coincidentally. One up here, make it look like an 8 at first, and then one down there like that. And then you connect the bottom to the right to make the 2 like this. Let me zoom in for you. Look at there. And then you connect the top bottom to the left like that. And now you have a 2. Look at that. Of course, Erik Jones' number is number 20. So we're rounding off the edges on the 2 to make it a little more 2-like. And of course the 0 just has one long space right here in the middle for the middle of the 0. Kind of a hot dog shape in there. And then we round off the bottom. And we round off the top. And just like that, we have the classic number 20. A lot of famous drivers have driven this. Tony Stewart, Matt Kenseth, Erik Jones, all on there. So get that 20 right, because there's a lot of history with that 20. Who all's out there? Andrew's out there watching. Maybe Andrew wants to see one of Kenseth's old Tide throwback cars. We might have to do that sometime. That's a great idea, Andrew. We have done some throwbacks already, but that's a classic one that I remember. Also number 20. All right. You like this? I like how this is turning out. Now Oscar, coloring him in is going to be a little bit of a challenge because he has a dark coat. It's always a challenge to color in with those dark colors and not lose the shape and the format of your drawing. So what I would recommend is you start with a medium gray and a light gray first, and then start working in some dark colors, but we'll get to that in a second. First we want to add the DEWALT logo on there. So DEWALT is going to be a capital D, big block letters like this. Capital D, like this. All right. Big block letter D, lowercase e. It's on my hat. You see my hat? Yeah. Lowercase e. Of course, DEWALT makes some great tools that our mechanics and race team uses, of course, but tools for building houses, tools for working in your garage or at home, big and small. I've got several of them. Just got a new saw from DEWALT. It is very awesome. All right. Capital W. Or W, as people who pronounce things well say. Let me make sure I got this right. How does this W look on my hat? Oh yeah, oh yeah. I got it. Let me fix this up a little bit, because the W, I think it comes all the way up, doesn't it? Oh yeah. Gotta get it right. Gotta get that logo right. It's gonna be all capital from here. Capital W. Big block letter W. Capital A. I need to look into the history of DEWALT tools. They've been around for a long time. That's why everybody likes them, because they're trusted for so long. But I wonder if there was a Mr. or Mrs. DEWALT at the very beginning. There must have been, right? Maybe that was the person's last name. I gotta look into that. I bet my friend Tony or Colby or Carlos or somebody out there, my buddies at DEWALT, they could probably tell me that. W-A-L-T. Of course, I had a friend when I was growing up named Walter. I wonder if he's related to him. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay. Whew. Got DEWALT in there. See how it's coming together? Oh, yeah. I'm going to draw some lines. Let's see here. Draw some pretty lines up in there for the car. Let me pull up a picture of his car, make sure we get it right. What do you say? Erik Jones DeWalt car. I just want to get it exactly right. I don't have them all memorized. My friend at the shop, Evan, she looks at these so many times, I bet she has them all memorized. She's a graphic designer and does a good job there, so okay, I got it pretty close here. I got it pretty darn close. Another line up here maybe. Roof is yellow. Okay, alright. Yeah. I think I'm pretty close here. Alright. We got it. Oh, man. Drawing that dog was a lot of work, wasn't it? How'd yours turn out? Is it looking good? Let's see here. What else? I think it's almost time to color. I'm going to add a little shadow on Oscar down here. Fill in the bottom parts. I'm not going to fill in his paw or his tail. We'll do those last, but I want to give him a shadow so it looks like he's stuck to the ground. We don't want a dog floating up in the air, you know? You know what I mean? There we go. Got a little dog shadow there. All right. I'm going to put the window net up. The window net is just crossed lines up and down like this. Up and then back. Maybe Mr. Erik Jones is getting ready to take to the track on a qualifying lap and Oscar's on pit road cheering him on. Maybe so. Okay, this is looking good though. Alright, coloring Oscar, I'm telling you, it's going to be a little bit of a challenge. So we're going to need some patience and we're going to have to take our time. I'm going to choose a medium gray and I'm going to look at Oscar again. Look at my picture of Oscar and see how he looks and find where his colors are. See the tan colors he has under his snoot, or his snout as you might pronounce it. Right down there. Kind of a wine glass shape. And he's got a little dot above his eyebrows right there. And then his ears have some tan in it. And then his chest has a stripe of tan. So there's not much tan, but I'm going to outline that tan now and make sure I get it right, okay? So I'm just outlining in gray or black. And I'm going to do the hourglass shape here for the tan. And then I'm going to remember the little dots he has up here. Kind of makes him look like he's frowning, but he's not. He's almost always smiling. I've never really seen Oscar frown too much. Going to draw some pinkish tan up in the ears. I'm just outlining here. Remember his chest has kind of a Batman symbol right here on the front, so I'm going to get that in there. Get that Batman symbol in there on the chest. There we go. Do another tan line here. I think he had one over here. Then his legs have a lot of tan in them like this. All right. It's coming together. Good looking dog, isn't he? All right. Now I'm going to fill in the tan so we don't go over it too much. You pick a tan that works well for your drawing. I'm just drawing up and down lines in the same direction. You see that? See how I go up and down in the same direction like that? And over here, it's kind of like I'm drawing the individual hairs of his coat, like that. All right. Trying to avoid the mask, or not the mask, but his mouth there. Trying to stay out of that. There we go. Don't forget the little marks up on his eyebrows. Got some tan in his ears too. Alright, don't forget the legs down here. Oh yeah, looking good. Remember, you can be a little sketchy here. Doesn't hurt to be sketchy because it's all fur. Alright. There he goes. Now the rest has to be pretty much black and dark brown. Look at that. So there's going to be some shading going on here. Just do your best. I want you to start with a medium gray. Don't start with black. If you have a pencil, push a little more lightly. If you're using a marker and all you have is black, well, just space your lines further apart, okay? So I'm going to start. How are we going to do this? I'm thinking this through here. I'm going to start drawing lines that kind of follow his fur here, okay? Now what I mean is I did a curved line, so I'm doing a curved line on Oscar. See this? See how my lines are going all in the same direction like that? I might start putting in some fur lines in there. Just we're trying to make it look like fur. So it's a little sketchy. We'll bring it all together here in a minute. And what we're going to do is we're going to have to keep going back over these lines with darker and darker and darker lines until we get to that black color. And if we do that and we take our time and we be patient, it should come together very nicely and we should have a really good looking dog picture here. Oh yeah. Oscar. You know anybody named Oscar? I know a couple Oscars, not very many. When I was in Florida and growing up, I knew a few more Oscars than I know in North Carolina. Isn't that interesting how different places we live have different names for different people? Some names are more common than others. Like I only knew one Erik when I was down in Florida growing up, but up here I know Erik Jones, and then there's another driver, Erik Amarola, and all sorts of Eriks. We have a few Eriks on Erik Jones's team. There's even another Erik that works on that team. So I'm drawing Oscar in gray right now, but that's just sort of the undercoat. And then we'll go back in and we'll add more of a darker colors to him. Even his nose is black there, so make sure you get the nose black. Fill around those eyeballs. It's really starting to look like Oscar now, can't you tell? Oh yeah. I'm going to have to lighten up those tan areas too. Those got a little bit too dark, but that's okay. We can fix that. Look at old Oscar coming together. Look at that good looking dog there. Don't you like what Oscar's looking like here in our drawing? Very nice. I know he's light right now. He almost looks like he has gray hair, like he's getting old, but what we're going to do is we're just going to keep on piling on those colors until we get the dark shades we want. Like that. Look at there. He's really coming together now, isn't he? Just make him sketchy. He has a nice coat, but he still has kind of a fluffy coat to him. Looking good, Oscar, looking good. Get that tail in there. See how I'm just being sketchy? Just drawing in there, making it look good. Oscar, Oscar, Oscar. Oscar Jameson Jones. I believe that's his full name if I get it right. His proper name. All right. He's coming together, looking good. What do you think? How's your Oscar picture looking? We're going to have to tweet all these and share all these to Erik so he can see them and show them off. What do you think? Make sure you tag Erik Jones in your posts when you're sharing these drawings, because he loves Oscar. He'll love seeing all these drawings. Maybe it'll help him out, inspire him to win the race this weekend at Bristol and bring Oscar to victory lane. That'd be cool. All right. Oscar coming together, looking pretty good, I think. Something about drawing dogs, it's like being around dogs, just makes you happy, doesn't it? So, there we go. Good looking dude. Oscar just moved into a new house with his dad. Got a lot more space for him. There he is. Looking good. Alright, now I'm going to bring out the black and just get a little more darkness in there for him, because he's a dark coated dog. That sounds like a country song, doesn't it? Alright. Looking good. Looking good in the neighborhood. I'm going to get his nose darker there. Alright, I think we're almost done. Did you see how we started light and we just kept adding more and more shading so that we didn't overwhelm it with so much dark color, because sometimes that makes us lose our lines and things like that we can't really do a good job of seeing it. So let me zoom in here. I think Oscar has kind of yellowish, tannish eyes. They're like a, what would you call it? Like an amber color. Sort of like that, kind of brownish tannish, yellowish. There we go. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? See, now if you have a friend that has a dog that they love, you can draw a picture of that dog for them and send it to them, and they just love that picture, wouldn't they? They'll just cheer up their hearts. All right. Now, of course, we need the tongue to be pink, right? Give him a little pink tongue there. There we go. Put a little pink in his ears. Not too much. And then I'm going to come in the tan. I'm going to make the tan just a little bit brighter. A little bit brighter of a tan. Ooh, that's not even bright enough yet. Let me brighten it up here. There we go. Just brighten up the tan a little bit. Even that one's not too bright. Let me fix that a little bit. There we go. Got those little dots up there on the eyebrows. And just like that, there's Oscar. Ready to race. I think he's looking pretty good, don't you? How's yours looking? All right. Let's finish up this DEWALT car. What do you say? Got a lot of black in this DEWALT car too. But first let's add the yellow in there. All right. Got a rainstorm here. Rainstorm brewing in North Carolina. Good thing we got that race in last night. Didn't go too great for us, but it wasn't terrible at the same time. Just not our night. Get that DEWALT yellow in there. Gonna color in the DEWALT logo in yellow. Looking good. Capital W-A-L-T. Well, now you know how to draw a dog and a race car. Never thought we'd be drawing a dog on a race car show, but when you have a dog, a driver dog like Oscar, you've got to draw the dog. You know what I mean? You got to draw a dog. Sometimes the race car just doesn't tell the whole picture, and that's the case in Erik Jones's story. He loves his dog, and I'm sure that dog helps him race better because when he goes back to the motorhome, he's got a friendly face there to cheer him up if the day's not going well, inspiring him to keep going. Look at that. Got that DEWALT yellow in there. Oh yeah. Now the number on on Erik's car is, of course, gray. So we got to do a silvery gray number for Erik's car. And then around it, you're going to have a lot of black. So we're going to do a dark gray again. We might do pure black back there, just so Oscar still pops off the screen. Again, we don't want to lose Oscar. Still want Oscar to show up there. All right. So I'm just going to pick a light medium gray back here for the black and see if we can still have Oscar pop off the screen and not get too lost in the car. Okay. Well, thank you for all the comments. I'm seeing them all out there. Thank you for all the drawings you send in. Might not get to show off too many today, but we're going to save up a big bunch of them and show them off at a later time. I know Devin and Jack and Daniel and all sorts of people. Some people from Reddit have sent some drawings in. A lot of cool stuff going on out there. I really appreciate it. All right. Almost done here. Got to fill in that wheel and tire too. Oh yeah. It takes a while to color things in, doesn't it? So you got to have some patience. If you're going slower than I am, don't worry about it. It's not a race. Just take your time. It might mean that you pick up where you left off tomorrow. Drawings don't have to be done in the same day, do they? No. You can finish it off whenever you like. Think about some of those old drawings that were made many, many years ago, or statues. Those things took years and years to finish. So don't worry about racing to a finish. Just do your best and draw what you can. I'm going to start adding in some darker colors here. My dog Sugar, she's afraid of thunderstorms, so she always tries to crawl in bed or on a couch or something with me when there's a thunderstorm, but she's probably not doing too well right now. All right. She's outside the door looking at me like, are you crazy? There's a thunderstorm. We have to find shelter. All right. Finishing off that DEWALT car. It's looking so good, don't you think? How's yours looking? Just adding some shading in there. Very nice. Very nice. All right. Just like that, we're almost done. I am going to, let's see, gonna do some asphalt. I'm gonna use a really light gray. Again, we don't want to have too much gray going on here because we're gonna start to lose Oscar. So just a light gray down here, like this, just to show that there's some ground, in case anybody was wondering whether or not Erik was in the snow or flying through outer space. We wanted to have some ground in there for him. And then we're going to add some blue, so do a light blue, like that. And we'll add some blue up here in the sky, even in the window right here, because the window is reflecting the sky, right? So, add some blue up there. Pretty blue, like that. Just sketching it in there. Oh yeah. There's Oscar. Beautiful day for some racing. All right. Well, just like that, our drawing's pretty much done. I gotta finish my wheel and tire down here, though, don't I? Yep. Put some gray in there. There's a dark colored wheel, black wheel like that. And there you go. Pretty much done there, aren't we? How'd yours turn out? Look pretty good? Yeah. There's Oscar. I need to get Oscar to sign this. Maybe I'll have him put a paw print on it or something, but I'm going to sign mine for now. There we go. How'd yours turn out? Let me read those comments and see what you're doing out there. I had a great time drawing Oscar. I haven't drawn a dog in a while, so that was pretty cool. All right. Thank you for all the comments. Thanks for drawing with me. I hope you had a good week. Let's see. Daniel says his looks like a hyena. Okay, that's all right. Tammy likes that drawing. Lucy likes it. Oh, Lucy says that DEWALT was founded by Raymond DEWALT in 1923. That's over almost 100 years. Wow. In a couple years, it's going to be the 100-year anniversary. Oh, we're going to celebrate that so much. All right, well, thank you for all the comments. Thanks for watching. There's Oscar. Y'all have a good weekend. Stay healthy, stay safe out there, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.